वासुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुलारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्ण प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमय प्रदीपः Namo Namaha. Good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining. Welcome back after a gap of 1 week. Last 2 weeks, for about 8 days, a group of us were on sadhana yatra up in Himalayas. And Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita is a centerpiece of Mahabharata. Mahabharata got its weight because of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is nothing but Bhagavad Gita name itself. It is a song of the Lord. Lord's message, a message from directly from the God for our benefit. It's spoken by the Lord for our own benefit. And another one, Vishnu Sahasranama, though it has come out through the mouth of Bhishmacharya when he was lying down on the bed of arrows, in fact it was spoken by Lord himself. Bhishma said he was drained of blood, he was not able to speak, and he was parched, tired, exhausted. Lord said he will infuse energy in him, he will make him to speak. The Vishnu Sahasranama also spoken by the Lord, giving the 1,000 names. 1,000 name doesn't mean 999 plus one name. 1,000 name is thousands of names. God is not confined to only one name and only one form. What Vishnu Sahasranama says, it's God has all names, all forms. Whatever way a devotee wants to see the Lord expresses himself through that form. And Lord is not confined to only one form or only one name. Whatever name is close to the devotee, that through that name Lord appears. That concept has been brought out in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And another message of Bhagavad Gita, Bhishmacharya, the eldest of the family members, he was it's the eldest Shantanu's family, and he was an younger brother, younger co-brother of Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa was born through Satyavati before she was married, through Parashara Muni. Parashara was grandson of Vasudeva Rishi. And Bhishmacharya, Shantanu's wife, Bhishmacharya's father was Shantanu, his wife Satyavati, though he treated Satyavati as his mother herself. Though she was the similar age, she treated her as his mother, and from there he saw his son, the Satyavati's children, the two children Vichitra Virya and Vichitra Virya Vichitra Virya and another one, who was the other son, and she had two Chitrangada and Vichitra Virya. Chitrangada was killed by the one Gandharva. Vichitra Virya got married. He was incapable of finding his own match. Bhishmacharya went out to search for match for Vichitra Virya. He picked up three daughters from Kashi Raja. Kashi Raja in Swayamvara. In the Swayamvara, Swayamvara is a process of selecting the bride. Everyone had to go and register their name. Bhishmacharya went and registered his name with Kashi Raja. He said his age was 800 years. And everyone started laughing. This old man, why he wants to get registered? But in the assembly, he said to all the assembled kings, I am going to take all these three daughters, not for myself, for Vichitra Virya, Satyavati's son, and I am taking it for him. I am taking all three of them. If anyone dares to fight with me, come and fight. So he took all three of them, and from there on, even Vichitra Virya died. In the due course, soon after the marriage, because of his excessive attachment to his wife, Ambika and Ambalika, he got contracted with tuberculosis and died. So the lineage wanted, Satyavati said, our Kuru Vamsha needs a lineage, and she thought of her son, the Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa had said, whenever you think of me, I will appear. Vedavyasa, through Vedavyasa initially told the Satyavati, let your daughter-in-laws do the vrata for 1 year, and through the vrata, I will bless them with the children. Satyavati said, our daughter-in-laws have no patience to do any vrata, any austerity. They want the children immediately. The Shastras, Mahabharata talks about the children can be gotten, one through the physical contact, second one is mental, the blessing, the thought of a great Mahatma. The concepts have come out in Mahabharata. Third one, through the eye contact, through the word. The Vedavyasa said, let them come in contact with me through my eyes. Let them come here, but they should not be scared of my form. When Ambika came, she was so scared to look at the fierce form of Vedavyasa. She shut her eyes, resulting in the birth. Vedavyasa said to Satyavati, your daughter-in-law, she was not prepared. She was not fit to see me. And looking at my fierce form, she shut her eyes. Because of that, a blind son will be born to her. So Satyavati told the second daughter Ambalika, now make sure that you go there. We don't want a blind king. You go there not to get scared. She went to the Vedavyasa. She was prepared, but she was eyes wide open without closing. But she was so scared, she became pale, resulting in the birth of the Pandu. Pandu was pale in color, not much of blood in the skin, very pale. And the third one, Satyavati said, it's not good enough. I want the right one. She asked Ambika again, you go now. Be prepared not to get scared. Ambika said, no, I can't handle that one. She sent instead a maid servant. She was very devoted and composed, and she was not scared to look at the form of Vedavyasa. Through him, a noble son was born, none other than Vidura. The Bhishmacharya at that time, he told, whoever is the king doesn't matter. I will support the king, whoever rules Hastinapur, whoever rules, I will support them. Whether good or bad, it doesn't matter. I will look after. I will be the backbone. That was his vrata. What Mahabharata is saying, when you make a rule, you should be able to bend the rule. You should know how to bend the vrata. If you are so attached to your vrata, it may lead to your own distraction. Bhishmacharya was an example. He was so steadfast to his vrata, I will support. He blindly started supporting Duryodhana. Duryodhana was an evil king and an evil son of Dhritarashtra, and he knew how to exploit the elders. He, in all the committees, he had many committees. He used to appoint Bhishmacharya and Dronacharya and Kripacharya as committee heads. They used to get happy. They used to be very happy. For all committees, this grandchild of mine is appointing us as the committee heads. They were very pleased. And for all committees, in fact, he was making them a committee chief, and Duryodhana was firing from behind their back. For the public eyes, they used to think, there is a committee, it's heads of these committees are elders, Bhishmacharya, Dronacharya and Kripacharya. Duryodhana was exploiting their name. Just for the namesake, they are in the committee, and Duryodhana, Dushasana, Karna and Shakuni, these Dushta Chatushtaya, these four were calling the shots. For the namesake, Bhishmacharya was after the name. Dronacharya was after the name. I am in all letterheads, their names used to be there. They are happy. I am there in the committee. And they became a mute spectator because they were bound by their Bhishmacharya was bound by vrata. It is saying that vrata, what we are doing, the vrata, whatever vrata we are doing, it should be for our benefit. It should uplift us. It should unbind us. Whatever we do, we should get freedom. If the vrata we follow, it itself becomes a trap of us, we should have a courage to break it. The dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Whatever vrata we are following, it is for our emancipation. Otherwise, like Bhishmacharya, he was bound by his vrata and he put a rope around himself and got tied down to his own wrong promises, which led to his own downfall. This message of the Mahabharata also, it says, whatever you do, sankalpa, you have to follow. But at the same time, you should have a freedom to break it if required. Otherwise, you will trap yourself. That's the message from Mahabharata. Saptamodhyayaha Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Sakta Mana Partha Yogam Yunjan Madashrayaha Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yata Jnasyasi Tat Shrunu In the 7th chapter, it is called as Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Knowledge itself is not enough. You should have knowledge backed up with personal experience. If the knowledge, you have so much of information, if you can't experience that one, if it is of no use. Knowledge you should be able to translate into personal experience. Jnana Vijnana Yoga. How to translate knowledge into personal experience, how you can translate. Sri Krishna says to develop that one, to be able to meditate, able to translate, you should have interest. Without interest, so many modern day writers, so called modern day scholars, they have personally, they are leftist. They have no faith in the higher things, and they write commentaries on any book. Even Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, they start writing commentaries, but their commentary is to ridicule. They claim themselves as an intellectuals. They have understood the scriptures. They know word by word meaning. They claim themselves intellectuals, but they get the wrong end of that one. They haven't experienced anything. You have to experience. Otherwise, it will be like a modern day intellectuals and writing commentaries on anything which is beyond their subject matter, because they have no personal experience. Sri Krishna says, if you want to become an authority, you should have a personal experience. You approach a person who has a personal experience. That person alone is fit to comment on the Shastras. Otherwise, the many commentaries in the West, Max Muller and other great scholars, they have made commentaries on Vedas and Upanishads. They have made commentaries based on lexicon meaning. No personal experience. No personal experience. In India also, many people, they blindly follow such scholars. You have to approach a person who has a personal experience to get the deeper meaning of that one. Sri Krishna says that you can get a personal experience only when Maya Asakta, you develop interest. One who is passionately seeking. Maya Asakta, Mana Partha, your mind, Asakta Mana, curious mind, very curious. I'm seeking that one. Maya, seeking only the ultimate. Maya Sakta Mana Partha Yogam Yunjan Madashrayah. Yoga you are doing not for outer show. Yunjan, to connect. Madashrayah, connect. Seek him, to seek shelter of higher possibility, shelter in him for realizing the higher possibilities in life. Asamshayam, such a seeker, asamshayam, without doubt, samagram ma yata jnasasi tatshrunum, undoubtfully you will realize the higher possibilities in your life, provided you are physically, mentally and spiritually, you are thirsty, seeking that one. Jnanam teham savijnana idam vakshyami asheshatah yajnatva neha bhuyonyat jnatavya avashishyate yajnatva neha ne yajnatva na iha bhuyonyat jnatavya avashishyate. Having known, realize, when you have a personal experience, having nothing more to be known. All these days, we don't have personal experience. That is why we keep on going to each and everyone, asking so many questions. So many questions. We ourselves are confused, and we approach people who are also confused, and we cannot find an answer. Shri Krishna says, when you have a personal experience, your search stops. You need not have to go and to each and every one to keep on asking the question. When you have the personal experience, when I have tasted a candy, I know it is sweet. And if somebody says, if the whole world says this candy is sour, I don't care whatever the world says. I have experienced that one. Whatever I experienced, my personal experience won't be conditioned by the opinions of people. Shri Krishna pushes us, experience yourself. Otherwise, you are susceptible to misguided by the people. Misguided by the people, people may exploit you, seeing your ignorance. Shri Krishna is very critical that if you are ignorant, people are waiting for exploiting your ignorance. Not to fall trap to that one, strive, do the sadhana, so that you experience firsthand. And many people, they blame the religion, they blame the gurus, because they have fallen trap to that one. That is the reason. They don't want to do the sadhana. They want to go to somebody they will totally believe them, and later on they start blaming the religion, blaming the gurus. Shri Krishna says that you have to do the sadhana yourself. Experience that one. Have patience, perseverance and patience. Tomorrow we'll talk about that one. Perseverance and patience pays. You have to have patience, endurance, willingness to do the sadhana, and develop interest for the Supreme Lord. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin ma veti tatvatah. Amongst the thousands of people, maybe perchance few are interested towards perfection. I want to experience firsthand. Out of thousands, millions of people, very few wants to have personal experience. And they are working towards the perfection. Out of the thousands of people working towards that one, perchance very few will get the perfection, but out of the few experience the perfection, rare ones will realize the ultimate, will have the personal experience. The reality dawns in them, truth dawns in. The truth dawns in one in several millions. Where last week when we met, I said when everyone is speaking that one, the truth is not in the highway. Truth is not sold in the open market. It is not available for sale in the open market. That is why in Shastra says the mantras, when you are giving the upadesha, not to use the loudspeaker, sit on the market on the chair in the market square and say. It has to be told in secret, in private. The secret, the truth is not out in the open. Truth is very rare. The Guru Upadesha, he gives Guru Upadesha in private, in seclusion, private, very rare. Whatever available in the highway, Shri Krishna says, it is not the truth. It is chocolate wrapped with so many layers. Out in the market, you are looking at only the wrapper. The truth is not available out in the market. For the truth, you should have a courage to step out of the highway, take a by lane, not frequently trodden by the people. There lies the real truth. You will be able to unwrap the truth. But what is seen out in the market, it is only the outer covering. We are so satisfied looking at the outer covering for truth. Bhumirapo analo vayuhu kammano buddhirevacha ahankara iti yamme bhinna prakriti ashtada. The 8 levels of 8 prakriti, lower prakriti, Sri Krishna talks about lower prakriti. Sri Krishna talks about the concept of panchakosha. Our body is made up of panchakosha and bhumi and apa, earth and water element makes up this physical body is called as annamaya kosha. Annamaya kosha is made up of earth and water element. Bhumi apa, anala vayu kam. The pranamaya kosha made up of it's fire element, air element and ether element. That is the pranamaya kosha. When you are breathing, when the space is there, then only your stomach expands and contracts. When your pranamaya breathing happens, air element is there, the temperature is there in the body, fire element is there only when you are breathing. Pranamaya kosha. Manomaya kosha happens, the manomaya kosha has 3 components. Bhumi, apa, anala, vayu, kam. Mana, buddhi. Mano buddhir evacha ahankara. Manomaya kosha is made up of manas, buddhi and ahankara. Manas is an indecisive mind, buddhi is a decisive mind and ahankara is the ego. These 3 makes up manomaya kosha. These buddhirevacha, these 8 makes up lower prakriti. Annamaya, pranamaya and manomaya kosha makes up the lower prakriti in us. The higher than that one, Vijnanamaya kosha and Anandamaya kosha, Sri Krishna is talking about that one. You are not just of this one, made up of this gross body, not this pranamaya kosha, not mana, buddhi and ahankara. Beyond that one, it's a Vijnanamaya kosha and Anandamaya kosha Sri Krishna is talking about. Apare yamita stvanyam. Apare ya amita stvanyam prakritim vidhi me param. Jiva bhutam mahabhaho edham daryate jagat. Apare yamita stvan anyam. Beyond this annamaya kosha, pranamaya kosha and manomaya kosha, apare anya, these are the lower. Anyam, higher than that one, param, there is a higher prakriti is there. Jiva bhutam mahabhaho edham dharyate jagatam. Vijnanamaya kosha and Anandamaya kosha are supporting the jiva. The soul are supported by not only the prakriti, these 3, but higher prakriti, Vijnanamaya kosha and Anandamaya kosha are supporting that one, higher prakriti. Etadyo nini bhutani sarvani tyupadaraya aham krishnasya jagata prabhava pralayastata etad yonini bhutani, these panchakosha we are made up of, annamaya, pranamaya, manomaya, higher than that one, vijnanamaya and anandamaya, to support what is higher than that one. What is the Sri Krishna says, etad yonini bhutani, lower prakriti and higher prakriti, I use that one as a tool. Etad yonini bhutani sarvani iti dharaya, higher than that one, I use this panchakosha as a tool. I am not bound by panchakosha, I am higher than that one. Through I use this panchakosha as a tool, krishnasya jagata, I create, and jagata prabhava pralayastata, I create, and I am make the jivas to come, exist and go, creation, sustenance and destruction. I am higher than this panchakosha. Sri Krishna is talking about, he is higher than the panchakosha, responsible for sustenance, creation, sustenance and destruction. Sri Krishna says, the many yoga schools, they talk about in the Anandamaya Kosha is the Supreme Lord itself. But Sri Krishna here clarifies, beyond the Anandamaya Kosha he is existing. He supports all Anandamaya Kosha. He used these 5 koshas as a tool to come out, to create, sustain and destroy. And Sri Krishna says, Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarva idam protam sutre manigana iva. Matta parataram nanyat, higher than me nothing is there. The 5 koshas are there, higher than that one I am there. Not to get deluded thinking that higher than God. What is higher than God? And there is nothing higher than the God. Higher than the God, Sri Krishna says, I am, nothing is higher than me. I am the ultimate. Ultimate, mama sarva idam protam, sutre manigana iva. I am like a thread running through all the beads to make this beautiful garland. This world is made up of so many inert and sentient things, and he is the like a thread running through all. The thread within the mala is not visible. We see only the bead. When we see only the bead, we think only this bead is responsible for this mala. We forget about what is underlining, what is running through, what is holding these beads. We forget the what is sustaining this mala. We only think the bead is the world. We only see the outer world. We mistake the outer world for the highest. Sri Krishna says he is invisible, like the thread within, and he is supporting everything. Through his maya, he doesn't disclose himself ordinarily, and people mistake the outer bead as the highest. People mistake for the higher. Through his maya, people are deluded. They are mistaking outer, whatever glorious is there. People just blindly follow, forget about what is holding within. He is the highest. That is the Sri Krishna is saying that the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Kosha only pushes us to see what is seen outside, to see what is behind what is seen. You need Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. It has to be developed. Otherwise, most of the population, everyone in this world, they are going out in search of truth. Only when the Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha opens by the grace of the Lord, one will be able to see what is the secret behind this glorious thing. One is able to realize. Sri Krishna slowly turns our attention from outer glow to inner. Only don't get satisfied with the outer prosperity. You have to go within, settle within. Whatever outside is there, these beads keep on changing. Not to get settled down for the outer bead. Look for what is holding this bead. Then mind settles down. Then the meditation happens. For the meditation to happen, not to settle down for looking at the outer bead, look for the thread holding this bead. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Prabhasmi shashi-suryayoh. Pranavah sarva-vedeshu. Shabdah ke paurusham nrishu. Shri Krishna starts giving an example. You are get so enchanted with the outer beauty. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Rasa apsu. Up means water. Water element. The quality of water is rasa, taste. The taste, I am the taste in water. The unique quality of water is taste. In fire element there is no taste. In air there is no taste. In ether element there is no taste. The taste element, the taste quality is added through water. If water element is not there, there is no taste. I am the unique quality in water is taste. Rasohmapsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi-suryayoh. Sun and moon, we glorify the sun and moon. Why? Because of the beauty, the soul luminous. We are so enchanted to see the sunrise. We are in the winter months in southern hemisphere. We are waiting for the sun to come out. So cold, we want the sun. Prabhasmi. In Kedarnath, all of us, we walked down from the mountain top to the base. We walked around 20-22 kilometers on the full moon night. Whole night we walked from midnight, started at 12 o'clock and reached the base at 8 o'clock in the morning. We could able to do, enjoy the beauty of the moon, clear sky. We all enjoying the full moon night and walking down our sadhana. Prabhasmi shashi-suryayoh. Pranavah sarva-vedeshu. Pranava means pranoti iti pranavaham. Pranoti, whatever is spoken, whatever language is spoken, pranoti, ultimate repository of that word is Supreme Lord. For example, Rajendra is my name. Rajendra is my name. The name of that one is the king of the senses. But what happens when I die? Where that name will go? How strong I am? How the name will still exist even when I am not there. The senses, ultimate controller of all senses is Him. Whether I am the carrying that name for now, when I drop down, that name where it will go. Ultimate custodian of that name is Supreme Lord. For example, you will say a wealthy person, how much wealth you can have? $1 million, $10 million, $20 million. That is the money in the pocket, in your pocket. But the wealthy person, wealth, real wealth, the custodian of all wealths. In the 1,000 years back also, millionaires were there, billionaires were there. Where are they? They have all gone. But still, wealth is there. Who is the custodian of that wealth? He is the Supreme Lord. For the time being, we are holding that name, but when you drop down, I may be the great king. World has seen countless great kings. They have come and gone. Ultimate name is that one. Pranoti. I may be glorifying somebody, but that name, ultimate custodian of that name, the name fully opens up only in Supreme Lord. Whatever the Rajendra is the name, that name opens up a little bit in me. But full application of that name, full manifestation of that name opens up only in Supreme Lord. Whatever you speak, whatever language you speak, if you say a poor person, the poor person, I may be a penniless person, but one who decides not to give any money to me, the poor, the owner of who is the owner of the poor? Supreme Lord, who makes us not to give. Ultimate custodian of whatever you speak, whatever language you speak, it is the Supreme Lord. Pranoti, pranavah sarva-vedeshu. In Madhvacharya, in his commentary, he talks about not only that one. If you sit by the river, for example, Alakananda, every morning I used to sit by the Alakananda river around 2 o'clock in Badrinath. The flow, the sound of the river flowing, it sounded like Om, Om. Rivers are flowing, glorifying the Supreme Lord. The flow of the river or the waves of the ocean, they are nothing but glorifying Om. They are glorifying the Lord. Or a lizard will be, if the house, lizard will be saying, it is saying that it's Madhvacharya says, even lizard is saying, when you are wonderstruck, you say, how great, how wonderful is the God. Whatever language, whether river flowing or the air blowing, the waves roaring of the ocean, animals roaring, it is nothing but is directed towards towards glorifying the Lord. Pranavah sarva-vedeshu. Veda means the sound. Whatever sound, through whatever mouth you are expressing, it is nothing but an expression glorifying the Lord. Only our attention has to be changed. We think we are talking about, I said, change the concept. Whatever I am speaking, it is nothing but, it's a glorification of the God. When you realize that one, you will not be harsh on others. You won't be harsh on others. Say to yourself, whatever I am speaking, it is nothing but the glorification of the Lord. When you have that concept in your mind, you won't be, you will be gentle on others. You won't be harsh on others. You won't be using wrong things to others. Because you will be always thinking, whatever I am speaking, it is nothing but I am glorifying the Lord. It's an opportunity for me to express my gratitude to the Lord. Pranavah sarva-vedeshu shabdah paurusham nrishu. Whatever strength I have, I may think I have great strength. How long this strength will last? Maybe 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. A so strong person becomes so weak. For example, BKS Iyengar, he's called as Pitamaha of the modern yoga. Iyengar Yoga, he founded Iyengar Yoga. So proud that he could do so many asanas. He went and performed in front of British Queen, and a great performance, 1 hour, 2 hour performance. And he set the trend. He awakened interest in the West regarding yoga. But towards the end, and he could not even stand up. Even his height shrunk. Even standing up was so difficult. He wanted to, in these last days, he wanted to go to visit his native village, Kolar. But his family members said, sorry, you are not fit enough to go. You had to, he had a regret. Even I was so strong. Now, in my age, my family members, they are saying I am weak. I can't go to my own village. I could not fulfill my own wish. That who gave me the strength? Who gave me the strength when that he thought he was so good in this one. Towards the end, he was even that could not go to the toilet properly, and he could not go to his own native village. Who gave me the strength? The paurusham nrishu. When you are great, the secret behind your success, secret behind your strength is the Sri Krishna says, I am the strength behind that person. Not to be proud. If you are so good in anything, say it yourself. It is not my strength. Any time, Lord will pull it out. Punyo gandha prativyancha tejaschasmi vibhavaso jivanam sarva-vedeshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. The smell in the earth, we buy sandalwood because of the fragrance. Punyo gandha, the earth is the source of smell. The smell, the beautiful, the vegetable or the flowers come out from the soil. Though we put the stinking fertilizer to the soil, the outcome is fragrance. The fragrance comes out. Punyo gandha from the earth. Tejas chasmi vibhavaso, from the fire. We glorify the fire because of the brilliance. Brilliance. So much of brilliance is there, and we take everyone want to light up their place, because nobody wants to be in dark. Everyone wants to come out of the darkness. Tejas, everyone wants the brilliance. It is brilliance in the fire is given by the Lord. Jivanam sarva-vedeshu, the jivanam, able to lead a life, able to, we need a space to exist. We need a space to exist. Space, who gives the space for us to exist? This earth gives the space. I am the one gives a space for the people to exist. Jivanam sarva-vedeshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. Tapas means mind, deep thinking, able to think deep, contemplate on that one. Tejaschasmi tapasvishu. And tapaschasmi tapasvishu, able to contemplate deep. In the tapasvi, I am the one making people to think deep. Dive deep. I am the one. Makes the mind to outward going mind within. Tapaschasmi tapasvishu. If anyone can able to think deep, I am the source behind that one, like a thread in the bead. Bijamma sarva-bhutanam Vidhi partha sanatanam Buddhir buddhir matamasmi.
Buddhir buddhir matamasmi.
Tejas chasmi tejas tejasvinamaham.
Tejas tejasvinamaham.
Bijam, the space is there. Bija, bija is the seed. Jiva, every soul is called as a seed. The seed we have to, the seed, why we have come here, this seed in us must sprout, must become big tree, must become a big tree so that it gives shelter to thousands of birds, gives shade to the thousands of people who are scorched in the heat of the life. The seed in us should not have a stunted growth. In many of us, seed in us hardly sprout, hardly germinate. The seed in us must sprout and must become a big tree. Who is the seed of all seeds? Some people become brilliant, some become very ordinary in life. What is the secret? Who is the seed behind the seed? Makes someone extraordinary, makes someone ordinary. Is the seed behind the seed. Shri Krishna says, I am the seed behind all seeds. Make someone become a big tree, some become an ordinary tree. Bijamma sarva-bhutanam. The purpose of this life, Shri Krishna says, not to become an ordinary. Becoming an ordinary is not the purpose of your life. There are countless people who wants to settle for ordinary things. You are not here to become an ordinary. You have to become an extraordinary. You have to unfurl yourself. Your potential must be fully blossomed, unfurled. That is called as realization. The seed itself, if it is real seed, you come as a seed, go out as a seed, your life is wasted. You have come here to unfurl yourself. The personality must blossom. Personality, some blossom. Shri Krishna says, when personality starts blossoming, punyo gandha, fragrance of your life increases. Rasoham apsu. That you add quality to the taste to many lives. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Tejas chasmi vibhavaso. You will give a source of light for many people. Your bija in you must come out. Sarva-bhutanam viddhi partha sanatanam. I am the eternal seed. Many seeds, jiva, when it comes, it unfurls and the seed get destroyed. But Lord is the eternal seed, makes all seeds to come out, but still He remains intact. Avyaya. He is not changing. He is not transformed, whereas jivas have to be transformed. Our personality has to be transformed. Lord remains changeless. He is sanatanam. He is eternal. Buddhir matamasmi vijnanamaya kosha. He says, buddhir buddhi. I am beyond the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Buddhir Buddhi. I illumine the mind, intellect of everyone. I makes the memory strong. Vijnanamaya Koshas, one of the qualities of that one, sharp memory. Able to memorize, I am the one, makes people to remember. Buddhir matamasmi tejasvinamaham. And I am the brilliant behind all brilliant things. Up to here we had covered in the last class. Here, balam balavata masmi. Repeat after me. Balam balavata masmi.
Balam balavatam asmi.
Balam balavata chaham.
Balam balavata chaham.
Kamaraga
Kamaraga
Vivarjitam
Vivarjitam
Dharma Viruddho
Dharma Viruddho
Dharma
Dharma
Aviruddho
Aviruddho
Bhuteshu
Bhuteshu
Kamosmi
Kamosmi
Bharatarshaba
Bharatarshaba
Balam Balavata Chaham
Balam Balavata Chaham
Kamaraga Vivarjitam
Kamaraga Vivarjitam
Dharma Aviruddho Bhuteshu
Dharma Viruddho Bhuteshu
Kamosmi Bharatarshaba
Kamosmi Bharatarshaba
Balam Balavata
Balam Balavata
Cha Aham
Cha Aham
Kamaraga
Kamaraga
Vivarjitam
Vivarjitam
Dharma
Dharma
Aviruddho
Aviruddho
Bhuteshu
Bhuteshu
Kama
Kama
Asmi
Asmi
Bharatarshaba
Bharatarshaba
Bharata Rishabha means a bull among the seeker of the light. Shri Krishna through Arjuna calls all of us. You are not ordinary. You have a potential to unfold, expand fully, unfold yourself. You are not ordinary. Bha means light. Ratha means one who revels in light. Among the who are reveling in the light, Rishabha, you are the foremost, like a bull among the people who are seeking the light. You are not ordinary. Shri Krishna motivates all of us. Bhalam Bhalavata, I am the strength, behind all the strength. Chaham, Kama Raga, Kama means desire, Raga, I am the desire, Raga Vivarjitam, I am the desire, Raga without attachment. Raga Vivarjitam, Dharma Aviruddho, I am the Dharma. Aviruddho, not against. The Aviruddho Kama Bhuteshu, there is no, I am the Kama, not against the Dharma. Shri Krishna says, Daviruddho Bhuteshu, you should have a desire. Kama Aviruddho, Dharma Aviruddho Bhuteshu, Kamosmi Bharatarshaba. I am the desire, not against the contrary to Dharma. In after the war, Mahabharata war, they had a discussion in the assembly. Vidura was also there, and Pandavas and Lord Shri Krishna was also there. They had a discussion in the assembly amongst the Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha, which is the best. The Dharma, Artha, Dharmaraja said, because his name itself says Dharma is the best. You should follow the Dharma in life. You should follow the Dharma in your life. Dharma is the best. And Arjuna was a treasurer and economist, and they asked Arjuna's opinion. Arjuna said, wealth, we should have a wealth. Without having a wealth, you can't follow any righteousness. You need money. Without money, you cannot do anything. You cannot follow any dharmas in your life. For money is must. Without money, artha. He talked about artha. And the Nakula and Sahadeva, they concurred with their elder brothers, Arjuna and Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja. When asked, Shri Krishna asked Bhima, what is your opinion? Bhima said, Kama is the best among Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. And then everyone started laughing. Bhima, then Shri Krishna, everyone asked Shri Krishna's opinion. Shri Krishna says, what Bhima said was right. Bhima's, whatever his opinion, it was right. He told the right. Bhima explained, you need to have a desire. Desire, kama means desire. To do the dharma, you need to have desire. You need to earn money, you need to have desire. To have moksha, you have to have desire. Without desire, you cannot have anything. Desire is the dharma aviruddho. It's not a selfish desire, desire for higher purpose. You need to have that one. Without that one, you cannot follow the dharma, you cannot earn the wealth. You need to have dharma aviruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshaba. That is what Sri Krishna is saying. The whatever you are doing, not a selfish desire, selfless desire you should have. Bharatarshaba. Bharatarshaba. Many people say the purpose of life is moksha. Moksha happens by itself. Purpose of life is not moksha. Purpose of life is to live fully. The moksha is the ultimate goal. If you set your mind on the ultimate goal, you will forget to follow the dharma and artha and kama. You should know how to do the selfless service. Service, seva, service. Look after your well-being. Do the sadhana. Be passionate about unfolding yourself. Moksha happens by itself. Purpose of life is not moksha. Purpose of life is to lead life here well. Not moksha is what happens when I go out. Try to live well here, the result will be taken care. Balam balavata masmi, balam balavata chaham,
Balam balavata chaham.
kamaraga vivarjitam,
Kamaraga vivarjitam.
dharma viruddho bhuteshu,
Dharma viruddho bhuteshu.
kamosmi bharatarshaba.
Kamosmi bharatarshaba.
Vasudeva sutam devam,
Vasudeva sutam devam.
kamsa chanuramardanam,
Kamsa chanuramardanam.
devaki paramanandam,
Devaki paramanandam.
krishnam vande jagadgurum.
Krishnam